Good afternoon and welcome to Friday with Fiona. And here you can see the host code to use to get your class free with a purchase. So if you spend £25 in my online store, I'll send you everything you need to make these 3 cards, except for the sentiments. I can't stamp those. If you don't have this stamp set, then you can use something in your stash. This stamp set is free with a purchase from Stampin' Up, or £55 due to celebration, yippee. But it's so fun. So let me get rid of my face. There we go. Pick a season, and you've got some shamrocks, some hearts, some flowers, some Easter eggs, some leaves, clouds, picket fence, grass, and here's your tree and the different trunks. So just fun. I've really enjoyed playing with it. My first card is nice and bright and summery, so I've used Shy Shamrock and Melon Mambo. The card base is Melon Mambo, and I've used the bow punch just to punch out a couple of leaves. So let's get started with that. Before I do get started, I just want to remind you my new card club is open, and we're using the terrific toadstools, and that is available until the 15th of February. I will do a separate video just to go through what I'm doing and show you the projects, but you get to make 8 cards, 2 each of 4 designs. You get everything you need. You get a pack of gems, half a pack of designer series paper 6x6, reel of ribbon, all the card bases that you need, and you'll have loads left over to make more. So launching that's closing on the 15th of February, the terrific toadstools, but I will do a separate video with that. And what else do I need to tell you? Yeah, it's £39.50 including postage. But if you sign up by the 15th of February as an introductory price, you can have it for £34.90, and that will stay as a legacy price as long as you subscribe continuously. But as I said, I'll do a separate video about that because I don't want to waste too much time today on that. Okay, so going with card 1. So beautiful colours I'm using: Shy Shamrock and Melon Mambo ink. And a little bit of basic beige for my sentiments, and the Shy Shamrock ribbon I need. So I've got everything I need here, I think. And those are to punch my, let's do that first. Oops. And then I can pop that away. I just want those 2 bits. There we go. Right. So I've got those. Then I've got my piece of basic beige for my sentiments. And I'm using the Choose Happy. I can't remember which stamp set that one was from, but this one has got happy birthday. So I'm going to happy birthday. Hopefully that happy is going to fit on there. Let's just check. That's birthday. And happy. Oh, it just fits. So in fact, while I've got that out, let's stamp the sentiment first. So I'd love to say you to say hi, and if you're watching on replay, let me know. We've had a busy week. My hubby had surgery, but it went very well. He was very anxious, but it went really, really well on Wednesday. There we go. So I just need to trim that when we're ready. Okay, so let's move those out of the way. Give those a quick clean because I think I need these blocks. Excuse the squishing. If you can hear that, it's what's the word? Squealing. Right, birthday. This is a really fun set actually, and it's only £18 or £19, and you get all these sentiments plus some images for different times of year. And I missed it. I mean, I had it, but I hadn't used it. It's got so bunny for Easter, pumpkin with a face to put on, an apple, I'm not sure what that, heart, yacht I've used, birds, bees, penguin, candle, sun. Yeah, it's really fun. So there you've got your little faces that you can put on your pumpkin or your apple. So yeah, I need to remember I've got the rabbit there as well for Easter. Right, okay, so I've got my card base. It's a slightly different size. It's 21 scored at 10.5, so half of A4, but it's only 14. Basically, I had a piece of melon mambo left, and I just used it kind of without measuring it, and that's why it's not a normal measurement. You could by all means do it the normal measurement. I've cut my piece of white to match the size though, so it's got an equal frame around it. Oh, that's coming up there, and that is 7 by 10.5, and then that's my sentiment. I'm going to need to trim that in a minute. Let's keep that safe. So I've got the boughs there. Okay, so let me show you this fun stamp set. So the tree is a bit weird when you look at it like that. Okay, that's your leaves, and it fits on a, I think that's a D block. Yeah, a D block. Okay, I'm going to stamp that in Shy Shamrock. Lovely bright green, so very summery. Now I've got to make sure I get it the right way up for my trunk. So the trunk goes in there, I think. Yes, it does. Took a bit of working out the first time I used it about how you placed everything. So let's there we go. That's nice and clear. And I chose to do the roses because I wanted the pink basically. So and I'm using the melon mambo for that. I'm going to obviously use my tree again, but with a different colour. So let's get that out of the way. Then the roses. There we go. And there is a trick to this. So when there's one big rose. Oh, sorry. One big rose. Can you see that? And then two smaller ones. And so when you're fitting them in here, they do fit in at a certain, you need to kind of turn them around to make sure you get them in the right angle. So hopefully you'll see what I mean. Right, that one there, they fit perfectly. And then this one might be easier to turn the paper actually. There. My tree trunk's going to go in there as well, and then this one is there, and you just need to rotate them until they kind of fit. See, that one doesn't fit that one there. Just I moved it slightly too high. This one, the big one's going to be on the outside, and then this one in the middle is going to be on the bottom. And there we go. So like simple. And as I said, you've got all those other images that you can use. I don't know if well, I think they are roses, but I'll worry about that later. That's really stained, but okay. Now I need to do my tree trunk. And I did use this one. I'm not sure. This one's a bit like that's a bit small. I think maybe you would use that with the leaves to do like a little tree. So what colour did I? Oh, I did it in pecan pie. It's the only one I didn't get out. and then it fits in. Oops. And then it fits in there. I'll get it straight then. There we go. It's really pretty. And I'll be using the tree trunk again. I think on one of them I've used crumb cake rather than pecan pie. I think because it's a more softer tree. It's a more spring-like tree rather than a summer tree. Okay, so then we've got that. Now I'm going to use glue dots for my trees. And what I did before was I put my white card down first and then had a problem putting my boughs in. So I'm going to do these first. And in case you're wondering why my glue dots are a bit out of shape, because I've unwound them and rewound them so that they're on the inside rather than the outside. I just find it easier. Oh, my tweezers are stuck. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to pop that so bright. It's going to be under the card, so it's not going to show that it's a bit misshapen. Just catching myself on those, so I'll get them out of the way. Right, there's the other one. These glue dots are new, they're so sticky. Okay. And then the same at the other end. And then now I can stick my, and that will sit much better. There we go. But first, I need to do my ribbon. So I've got my Shy Shamrock ribbon and I've run it round the bottom there. I mean, you can stamp some grass if you want, but it's not really visible, so I covered it up, so I'm not going to bother. Just need a little bit of sellotape. There we go, and my ribbon scissors. And then all I did was tie this in a little knot. It's just not really room for a bow. It's quite wide, this ribbon, so it's not. There we go. And then I'll just trim that. And these are brilliant ribbon holders made by Alexis Kempton. So that's the only one that's having the Shy Shamrock ribbon. The other ones are having the yellow. And then I can't get that song out of my head, tie a yellow ribbon around an old oak tree. I don't even know if it is an oak tree, but anyway. Right, so there we go. Just going to pop that on there, and then we can pop that on. I didn't put it on with dimensionals before, but I think I will actually, because it'll be better for the the leaves sticking out. Pop that over the top. This one needs to go up a bit. That's better. Make sure I don't put it on upside down. There we go. Oh, that's not straight either. That's better. Right, and then I've got my happy birthday, which is just gonna, so I just need to snip the ends off. Go on with some okay, where does that go? Right, I don't need this one on. Okay, I've just put it on top of the other one because it's going off the, that is double, and I'm just going to pop a glue dot underneath. I would use wet glue, but I probably get it everywhere. I've already thrown a carton of cranberry juice all over the kitchen bench this morning. So, right, and then the last thing is these are also free with a £55 purchase in Celebration, and I'm going to put the clear ones on, or maybe the pink ones actually. Just try the pink ones. I think they're called purple, but actually you've got different shades. So these pink ones are quite nice. Put that there. Right, there we go. That's card one. So bright and cheerful and lovely and summery. So I do like that. There we go. Right, so those, I need that, but those colours can move out of the way. So moving on to card two. Oh, this is a fun fold, which I'm really in love with. I did this as it was mystery stamping at an online convention last weekend. So I just love the, I don't know what it is about it. I just love the fold. It's a fun fold. It folds flat. You get to show off designer series paper, which is always a good thing. Let's just pop that there. So this is a slightly different card base. So that's the other thing. When you spend £25 in my online store, I send you the kit, and you also get emailed a full tutorial with all the measurements and everything, so you can make the projects again, or you know, do them in different project, do the card bases but with different designer series paper and whatever. Okay, so this is 10.5 wide by 28 centimeters long, and I've scored it at 10.8, 21.5 and 24.7, and then it folds over like that. And I didn't use my bone folder. Whoops, just use my bone folder. And this is thick basic white, because the thin is a little bit more flimsy, and so you want to get it a good Okay, and then that's so that's your base. And then we've got another piece that is 21.5 centimeters long, and that's scored at 14. And you'll see that one end is shorter than the other. And the reason for that is so the longer end will get glued to the back. I just need to put my designer series paper on. And then the shorter end comes to the front. But when you put your designer series paper on, you're not having a bit sticking out underneath. So you'll see what I mean when I do the DSP. Okay, then I've already cut my designer series paper, and this is from, I can never remember what it's called. It is just gorgeous. It is called, well, I can find it. Floral and Gingham. No, it's not. It's called Floral. Oh, hello. Just had a picture frame fall over, so my husband's downstairs. He'll think there's something going on up here. Floral Delights it's called, and I'm using this lovely bright springy flowers. I don't know what they're called, but and that designer series paper is 12.5. Oh, hang on, I think that's wrong. 10.5 by 2.5. Right. That's for the middle. Right, let me get my centimeters. I think I might need to change this. Okay, so this bit is 5 by 12.5. So it's 5 by 12.5. And then this bit, I think this bit is right. This is 10 by 2.5, so that's correct. And then I haven't put this bit on, so this bit is 10 by 10. Make sure that gets changed on there. So I'm just going to pop that on there. I'm going to use Seal Plus, and I'm just going to do little bits at the corners because it's very expensive, this one. It's really long lasting and your projects won't lose their sticky, but it's expensive, so a little bit goes a long way. Now it's stuck to my card base. There we go. Right, so is that the right way up? Yes. Just checking my branches, where my branches are going. The light, I've got so many lights on in here, it's so bright. There we go. That's it. So now that's on, and then I'm going to just pop this on my shorter length. It might come up over the top, so I can just trim that. And we'll do the same thing. I'll use the Seal Plus. So bin men are just coming and can hear people moving their bins, but I'm not sure why. Okay, so that's going to go right to the bottom. And I'm just eyeballing it. You can measure if you want to have it exact. There we go. And then I've just got a tiny little bit that's not straight. That's the other thing. If you've only put a little bit of glue on the corners, you can peel it back and move it if you need to, which I do. It wasn't quite lined up at the bottom, so let's start again. I was paying too much attention to the binman. Okay. And then I've just got a tiny little bit to trim. hardly anything, just so now I can take my card base, and I'm gonna put the Seal Plus that's probably enough. Then I'm going to line it up. I'm going to just eyeball it, but again you can measure it. In fact, why don't I move it over here, line it up there. I don't know if you can hear that, it's reversing, and it's also got a message. Stand well clear. It sounds like the tube messages. Mind the doors. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. It's just a fraction. There we go. And then when you bring it over, you can see. So let's just do. Now, a tip that I saw somebody else do. So I have just put some Seal Plus on the edge there, and then I'm going to put it on the edge here. I just need to mark with a pencil so that I don't go outside. But it gives you the coverage of the glue. I just think it's just good. Without, if I did it all on that side, I could end up making a mistake. But there we go. And there's our fun fold. So now when I put my designer series paper over the front, you can see there's not a bit sticking out there. So that's cool. I like that anyway. I know, little things please little minds, but oh, peace has been restored. Right. There we go. There's the fun fold. I do like that. I don't know why. I just do. I think that's one of my favorite folds. Okay, so now I've got a large circle. So on this one, I did the third largest spotlight. Let me show you them. Spotlight on nature, and I did this one, so it's the third largest. But I felt that you didn't get the shape of the tree. It fitted, as you can see, but I felt you didn't get visually you didn't get the shape of the tree. So I took a bigger one, the next size up, and you do get the shape of the tree. I don't know. And then I've done a stylish shapes circle, which is a fraction smaller. So and I cut it, and that's what I want to show you, the trick how to do this. It's really neat. I can I tell you what, let's stamp this and then I'll show you the trick. And then I've also got a stylish shapes banner to stamp my Happy Easter, which is again from Choose Happy. It's really, really useful, that stamp set. So I'm using Old Olive, and I'm doing Easter eggs on this one. So in fact, I didn't realize I'd already done my tree trunk, so that saves me doing that. But I do want to show you the trick to cut your circle without cutting through your tree trunk. Right, I'm using Old Olive Green, which matches the designer series paper. I'm going to make sure I've got the right area for my tree trunk. Oh, that works. You can see the whole tree there as well. So we'll just do the stamping and then I'll show you the trick about the cutting out. So I've already done it on this one, but I want to show you. It's a neat trick. I'll need that again. Easter eggs. So the roses can go away. And I'm going to do them in Gorgeous Grape and Daffodil Delight. So let's do the Daffodil Delight first because it's the lighter. And it's the same thing. You've got one large one and two smaller ones. So again, you just need to find where they fit. In fact, I think I did a better job on my roses, so I'm going to just use that as my template. And they are actually a different shape. Right, so I'm doing 3 yellow Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to change to Gorgeous Grape. Actually, it is Old Olive. I think I've stamped a bit dark. Maybe it hasn't dried yet. Just seems darker. And then Gorgeous Grape. And then I'll show you this cute trick. I can't, for some reason, I can't work this one out. That'll do. Right, now I'm just going to show you. So this one is already done. It's ready to go on now. But I've got the one that I was practicing. So I'm going to show you. Take a smaller. Seem to be losing pairs of scissors. Oh, okay. So the trick is that you cut up part of the tree trunk. So I'm just going to cut up to that first branch. Okay, and then using the stylish shapes which I use there, so I can make another. Which one is it? Oh, it's the largest. Okay. So what you do is you tuck your circle under the bit that you've cut, like so. So when it goes through the cutting machine, I'll actually do it and show you. I think this is a really neat trick. Okay, so I want it under my tree trunk. Come on. More fingers and thumbs. There we go. And then it doesn't cut the bottom of your tree trunk off, which is really neat. It's quite a neat circle actually, because I had already, that's cute. So I can keep that and use that for another project. But that's the essence of how it works. And I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's neat. And obviously you can do that with anything that you're die cutting, and you don't want part of it to be die cut. So let's put those away. How are we doing for time? Okay. I'm trying to put things away as I go, which is a new thing for me. Okay, so back to our tree. So there we've got our Easter eggs in the tree, and I'm going to pop my tree down there. Oh, but first I need to put some dimensionals on, and I need to tie a yellow ribbon around an old oak tree. See, I've just got that on the brain now. I'm so sorry. And don't make the mistake I did. So it's going to overhang. It's got some ink there. It's going to overhang, so I don't want to put dimensionals on the edges of the sides. So I'm going to go through the middle. And then close to the sides. Whoops. So that should be okay. And then I haven't put one there deliberately because that's where my ribbon's going to go. And I made that mistake last time when I was doing the example, and I had to take it off. So at least I remembered this time. Okay. That's going to go on there. Right, then it's really, really thin, this Daffodil Delight. So I'm just going to feed it under. Oh, okay. Take a bit. Long enough to do a bow. That might be well too long, but way too long. But okay, so. So pretty. Yeah, it's a little bit too long, but at least I had enough to make my bow. And again, using my, I'm going to use this on the other one. I just need my Happy Easter. Ow. Ooh. Okay, happy. And I'll do that in Memento Black again. It's upside down. Okay. I don't want to put my head under the camera, so let's hope I can get the Easter in there. Although I think it's smaller font. Now I've got to find Easter. There it is. I don't know why I haven't got my glasses on. It might help. Though, oh, now everything's in focus. Yeah, this is a much smaller font, so lovely. Oh, I'm a disaster today. Honestly, I really am. I haven't got a sentiment on the last one, so I can put that away. Oh dear. Right, that's it. Thank you, choose happy. That was lovely jubbly. Right, and then that's just going to go along the top with some dimensionals. Okay, that's card 2, which, as I say, I just love. Really, really love. I'd be interested to see what you think, whether the smaller circle kind of fits in better or whether it's better to have the shape of the tree. Yeah, let me know what you think. Okay, so that's card 2. Moving on to card 3. I wanted to use, so again, bright colours, and I wanted to use the shamrock, and I've used the Shy Shamrock ink because St. Patrick's Day is next month. We don't celebrate it, but a lot of people do. What is that for? I think that might be to see. Yeah, I wasn't sure if the soft sea foam was too light, so I'm going to try it with the Shy Shamrock this time, and we'll see what happens. But again, see which one you prefer. So I've got, let me get my instructions. I've got a piece of Daffodil Delight, which is half of A4. So it's 21, scored in half at 10.5 by 14.8. And then my designer series paper is 10 by 14.3, and that's just going to go straight on. I'll use regular seal for this because I'm getting a bit low on the other one. Right, so that's just going to go, that's the reverse. No, it's not the paper I've just used actually, but it's very similar. It's just lovely, this paper. Okay, so 10 by 14.3. So you can just see the Daffodil Delight around the edge. And then I've cut the second largest perennial postage in crushed curry, so that it stands out a bit from the Daffodil Delight. Otherwise it was kind of all, it's kind of a monotone card, but using different shades. It's kind of, if your roller does this, it's starting to come off, just very gently push it back on. And so I'm going to pop that again. That's going to go right in the middle of the card. So I'm lining it up with the design. And then to go on the inside, I've got a piece of the gingham. So this is Daffodil Delight again, and that fits inside my, and that is 7.5 by 10.6. And that fits inside your edges. There we go. Right, then I had used soft sea foam, but this time I'm going to use Shy Shamrock. So it's supposed to be 6.8 by 9.4. So let me just trim that. So 6.8 by 9.4. Just check the white is going to fit inside. It's not straight by the looks of it. Right. Six 6.8. Don't know what's going on here. That's better. Yeah. It's the only problem with a guillotine. You end up taking slivers off, and then you end up, before you know it, you haven't got enough cardstock. Right. So I'm going back to my tree, and I'm going to stamp it in soft seafoam, because I want the shy shamrock. I want the shamrocks, not the shy. I want the shamrocks to stand out, which is why I'm doing the tree in soft seafoam. I mean, I could do it in old olive maybe and stamp off, but we'll go with soft seafoam. The only problem is you can't see if it's inked up enough. Okay. And then I'm, oh, come on. I think I did my trunk in crumb cake, but I'm going to do it in pecan pie. I really put some special stuff on that, on the roses, to try and get the pink off. Put them on a different one. Whoops, daisy. Now I'm going to do my tree trunk. I'm going to stamp it off just because the soft seafoam is so light. I'm going to pull it towards me because I need to just go over this. No, that's gone wrong. So what I'm going to do this time, I'm going to clean the stamp first. I'm going to do it all again. And this time I think I will use old olive for the tree. So let's do the trunk first. That's better. And then bring my tree back and do that in old olive. Now stamp that off. Yeah, it's better. You can see the... We'll see when it's finished, which I'm really playing around with this, but it's just fun. It's just a fun idea. The designers and creators at Stampin' Up are just so... Did I clean that? Yes. Did I? Not sure. I need to put it away because I need the block. And I want the shamrocks. I'm going to use a smaller block actually. Because they are really small. And what have I done with my shy shamrock? I forgot I'm going to need it. So again, there's a bigger one and two smaller ones. And it's just a case of finding where they fit. It's very juicy, this pad, and I've got a little bit on my block, so I'm trying not to get it on the card. There we go. Just having a disaster today. Oh my goodness. Oh, good Lord. Oh, now I've thrown my cup. Phew, thank goodness it went on the back. Oh dear. Need to go and wash my hair to get rid of all this ink off me. Right, now I'm going to pop this on the Shy Shamrock card backing. That was lucky that it was the back that went on the ink pad and not the front. I think I would have cried. I'm just going to trim that a bit. Okay. And then, see there where I put it on an angle? Yeah, I think I'll do that again. I just need my ribbon again. And this time I went right round and tied it in a knot. Yeah, I need to leave enough space for the knot. So I want it halfway around the trunk. It's going off the other side now. There we go. I have got that song going through my head now. Tie a yellow ribbon round an old oak tree by Dawn. So it's a bit high up. That'll do. Where's my silicone mat? The problem with this ribbon is lovely, but if you're like me and have problems with your hands, because it's so thin, it makes it a little bit fiddly. Okay, now probably what I need there is a glue dot. Okay, let's start again. Okay. Right, just about there. So I just need to pop this on with some dimensionals. Now it can either go in the middle like that or off to the side. I think I'll stick with off to the side. So I'm just going to pop some dimensionals on the back. Yeah, I think the soft sea foam is overpowered by the shamrocks. So we'll pop them together in a second and see what... I'll change the instructions on the tutorial and include Shy Shamrock with the kits. Yeah, I think those shamrocks overwhelm the soft sea foam, whereas the old olive, that is stamped off once, but and all right. So I haven't put a sentiment on, but good luck would be appropriate with the shamrocks. And on there, I did actually go over the shamrocks with Winker Cellar. I don't know if you can see that. Possibly not. Yeah, I think of the two, I like this one better. Okay, so there's card 3. Here's card 2, and here's card 1. So I'd love to hear which is your favourite, and also, yeah, I love the fun fold, and also about the colours on that one. Thanks for watching. So don't forget, I've got until the 15th of February to sign up for my brand new card club using the terrific toadstools. Oh, I tell you what, I haven't put these sequins on, but I'll do that later. And I'll be back next week, and I can't off the top of my head remember what I'm doing next week. It's in my diary, but it's February. Oh, sorry, I've moved the camera. It's February. So happy new month, everybody, and have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week.